headed to the top, you can bet that. Catch us. We back with segment 2. I'm your host, Deme D on deck. Got my guy Franchise, Bronx in the house. Slops, and you said Uptown?
Bed-Stuy.
Bed-Stuy, my bad. I know Brooklyn niggas don't like to be confused with Harlem niggas. But the segment is about some Harlem niggas, so we're gonna talk about Dipset.
The only Harlem niggas that I picked at a certain time over Jay.
Okay, so we talking about Dipset and how big their movement was at the time and what their catalog was like. We all love Dipset here, so who want to set it off, man? Y'all both new to this show.
Favorite Cam album? Let's talk about that.
Nah, we can't do Cam because I did Cam already.
We're gonna talk about Dipset
when they all connected to each other.
Alright. I like Diplomatic Immunity, like the number one.
Let's start with their movement, though.
The movement.
How big was that?
The movement was ridiculous, my nigga. To be honest, when you seen Dipset, you knew it was Harlem, nigga. And you seen Harlem just look like Dipset, my nigga.
They brought it back. They was the hardest since Mix.
And they was confident in their whole shit where the nigga wearing pink, nigga. I remember niggas, he had my man Angelo. Shout out my nigga Angelo. This nigga had the neon pink do-rag, pink freestyle long tee.
5XT.
Bo Jackson, pink long. I'm like, my niggas. Yo, they had niggas on the wave, man.
The movement, I don't think at the time we understood how big the movement was going to be.
I think so.
We didn't get it. We didn't get how culturally it was going. We just knew like, yo, Cam was such a rebel. Like Cam or Jim, like they were the first people with the red flags in the video. Let's say that, because like you look at any New York video now, there's first people on the East Coast with the red flags in the video. Yeah, they was the first person. So he mentions that in Bangin', which was his album that came out last year. You get what I'm saying? And then we have the thing. We just have the Cam with the pink, like you said. That was a cultural thing. You get what I'm saying? Like Cam, it got to the point where Cam was like, I had to stop rocking pink. I see niggas with dirty pink, and they was the first people I knew that took a stance against Jay on Jay's shit. You know, on Jay's label, they was like, yo, Cam came to Jay like, what do you say they want or not?
They were the downfall of Rockefeller. I can say that.
Nah, but you think it was the old?
We're not gonna get into that though. We're not gonna get into that though. But I do like that point. You saying they stood up to the giant.
They stood up to the giant. They was Cam came to him on a humble shit because it was his record label. And when Hove gave him his ass to kiss, Cam was man enough to say, I'm not kissing nobody ass. I'm that nigga. And it's Dipset. And then when they bridged off, it was like, still fucking Dipset. And then the thing was, it never translated into records. And which now I think works in their favor. Because if you look at G-Unit sold way more records. G-Unit was way more bigger, but it just burned out. Now to the point where
I don't think G-Unit.
That's hard to compare.
Music, they were bigger. I think Dipset was it though,
culturally. And I think that's what I'm saying. So because it was more exposed, I think G-Unit was I think G-Unit was so overexposed.
They weren't swaggy.
I feel like G-Unit.
That's what it was.
I feel like G-Unit was more 50 and others. You know what I'm saying? And Dipset.
No. Because the mixtape circuit, it was Lloyd Banks. It was Banks. The mixtape circuit, and that's where
every record.
No. Because Dipset was only mixtape circuit, and mixtape circuit, Banks was it. It was Banks was over 50 in the mixtape
personality just wasn't shine. Like Dipset, each individual was that guy.
You talking about
Banks was just too quiet. He was just too quiet.
Nigga, 50 touched every single record they was
on.
Well,
50's a bigger artist. 50's a bigger artist.
But I think that's what worked. I think that's what ended up working against them. Overexposure. The overexposure to now where Junior had it was overexposed.
Not only that, he didn't allow niggas to work.
I don't know about niggas. I can see that. I don't know what happened.
They didn't like to be in front of the front screen.
And that's what worked for Diplomats.
I'm gonna jump off because y'all kind of skipped over some shit. First of all, Dipset is the first movement in New York to bring the mixtapes. There was no fucking mixtape. It was not G-Unit. Cam is the first motherfucker to not have DJ Clue or Kid Capri or Rob.
Okay.
They came with their own mixtape. They got K-Slay. He hosted their shit. And they took off from there. That's how they got kicked.
That's when he was trying to. No, that's when he was trying to get off for Sony.
That's when he was in limbo.
He was trying to get off for Sony.
So you got to give him that props right there. He changed the culture in New York right there. Because then, like you said, 50 came, then Locks came. Like Locks was hard.
But
Locks was featured on mixtapes.
Yeah.
But they didn't have their own shit.
Yeah.
So hold on, the Diplomats first
Diplomats
mixtape.
is the first niggas to
have an artist mixtape.
An artist
Artist
mixtape.
mixtape.
Everything was a DJ and they had multiple.
It was. I know it was a toss-up between them or G-Unit. I didn't know. But you saying it's Dipset.
It's Dipset.
Okay, I'll take that.
Because 50 came with 50 Cent's back in it. It's back.
Yeah.
But Cam already was out. Remember, by the time Cam got down with Rockefeller,
You're right, at that time.
They had the
K-Slade
free
joints
shit.
was out already.
They had the free
Right?
shit.
Dipset
Like you
wasn't-
said,
they
the
wasn't
gang
the first.
shit
Yeah,
is
yeah.
definitely them.
That's them.
That's
yeah,
them,
and like
right?
you look, and
The
that's
sound.
that's the difference between them and G-Unit. Because I think to this day, you look at any New York, the drill rappers, or anything underground, it has some gang affiliation.
Bro.
And Jim was the first person to
Yes.
be like, I am this.
I ain't gonna hold you.
You're
I
gonna
wasn't
accept
even
me
a
for
Jim fan,
this.
but I respect it.
But it's the style. They brought the style
Yeah,
as
yeah,
well.
yeah,
The tight jeans, the boxer shorts.
And that was before. That was
And
that was
I feel
after
like- I
they came
feel
out
like-
with the baggy jeans. They had the baggy
They
jeans.
had
Oh
feel
boy.
flagging and everything.
And
Bro,
they had-
I feel like Cam was letting them rock, and that's why they blossomed the way they did. And I feel like 50 wasn't letting them niggas. But look at
But it goes back to Jules and Jimmy are just better or bigger personalities than Banks and Yayo.
That's
the Banks don't like the game. That's the
But
problem.
look at the unit they in. Like, look at the
Yeah, but-
organization they
No,
in.
no, no,
But
no,
you
no,
gotta-
no. But they personalities.
They never
I
had
said
that
personalities
shit.
outshine.
My nigga, the
Then
minute
you got
the minute
J.R. White had the
this nigga
J.R.
calling him on the phone crying, exposing this nigga.
Yeah,
The
but-
minute you
No,
step out of
they
line,
hate with that.
it was
But that was
he
after.
was
But
there.
that was in the
That's-
decline.
He was
When
out
you-
of the
that's why they don't
gym.
have
But
no
Cam ain't play that
personality.
shit either because as soon as Jimmy started talking the bullshit, Cam did
Cam,
it too.
He allowed it like
It's
Gina
not-
was more militant to me. Like he was like,
It's
you step out of line.
because even when Banks separated, if you look at it, when Banks separated, all he did was throw out music. He's not even throwing out videos.
Yeah.
You already
He's
got
not
that
doing
nigga
interviews.
anxious, nigga. You got
Nah,
that anxious energy.
man, you can't. I can't blame Fifth on
I
that.
don't.
man.
I
I can't blame. They just didn't take that extra step.
I think Fifth carried as far as he could. But like I said, I think that works in G-Unit's favor though, because G-Unit that works in Dipset's favor because Dipset shit now to the point where the logo is it's the new Wu-Tang. Like Wu-Tang, like I know mad kids that has never heard a Wu-Tang song will wear a Wu-Tang,
You know that
will
W.
wear a
Of course,
Wu-Tang
of course.
tank top. And like 20 years from now, I'm pretty sure I'm going to know plenty of kids that's never heard a Cam
Yeah,
track,
yeah,
but
yeah.
will wear that eagle
Dipset,
with the two guns. You understand what I'm saying?
Even
Cam
how
was a
they
small
the
business.
first ones to start fucking with down south. T.I., Lil Flip,
Lil Wayne,
3 6 Mafia,
Master
Lil
P,
Wayne,
Wayne
The
caught his whole
Game,
swag.
Master P.
That whole
So
video,
they
they
Had Jeezy on their mixtape.
Well, I can't from the first time I heard Jeezy was on
with
Fab.
Fab. Was with Fab.
Yeah,
But they
East
but
Coast
Dipset,
shit, right?
no, but
Yeah,
Dipset had him on the
They had him
mixtape
on there
before
too.
he blew. Dipset had him on
So
mixtape
before
before
we
they
close
blew.
it out, though, we gotta get to the Dipset album. What's the best Dipset album?
I go, my personal favorite, Diplomatic Community.
Yeah. Oh,
I go
no,
two.
nah,
I go
like
two.
one.
You go
I'm
double
going
album?
1, 2.
I go with two.
Yo, I ran through 2 the other day. That shit was a tough listen, man.
Yeah.
Is it
Can't
still,
front.
it's still to this day? Because I figured it might have been dated. But I haven't listened to it
I
yet.
think that was.
It still translates?
Just a tad little dated, and I just don't think the production was as good as the first one.
Exactly. The first
But-
one bring you that vibe.
We're
man.
gonna
It
leave it
just
here.
hits you
I'm
there.
ready, and I really mean it.
Yeah.
At the time, that's what I know, because I know at the time, I'm just going with how it affected me when it dropped.
Definitely.
At
That's
the
I
When
feel
it
you.
dropped,
I feel you.
Diplomatic Community 2
Santana
hit me
was
hard
crazy.
than Diplomatic Community. I think because Diplomatic Community, it was so many songs, you had to sit through
Double,
that.
sit
And
double.
and by the time, and that was before, and that shit hit before Dipset was the hugest thing in the world to me.
That was
And
kind
then
of what set it off there.
Diplomatic Community 2 hit me in their prime. Hits me in their prime.
Yeah,
and
at
it's
that
like-
point they was established. I feel.
Yeah, okay. So I think that's
So
why I like
check out the Dips though, man. They had the city going fucking crazy. I used to live in Jersey. Jersey niggas was loving
They was loving
it.
it, too.
Shout out to Cam. I love Cam. Jewels.
Yo,
Hey,
shout
he's
out
my
to
man,
Jones.
That
but
Bronx nigga
Jones
playing
is-
Jimmy
tennis.
holding it down.
Jones is a roach, and without it being an
man.
insult,
If you
like
ask
he
me another
survives.
episode, man, tune in. We on
Yeah.
deck.